right, welcome to game number 73. The Mets are 39 and 33 in our replay, and the Mets are going to be facing Braves in Atlanta. Pitching for the Mets is going to be Jacob deGrom, who was 7 and 8 with a 3.04 ERA against Julio Teheran, who was 7 and 10 with a 3.21 ERA. So it should be a pretty good matchup. Our last game went 17 innings. We recovered from that a little bit, and we're back ready to roll now. Leading off for the Mets is going to be Granderson, followed by Cabrera and Cespedes. The usual suspects. It's going to be 3-4. It's a ground ball. Back to the pitcher. One away. It's a 5-7 against Teheran. It's a ground ball to the second baseman. It's a 4. It's Peterson. And that's an out. 2 away now. And it's Cespedes. 2-11. That's a line drive base hit for Cespedes. Cespedes is not a threat to run. Here's Walker. 3-5. Line drive base hit to right field, and Cespedes over to third. So 2 outs, runners on the corners, and it's going to be James Loney. It's a 1-6. That's a hard hit ground ball right at the shortstop eye bar. He goes to second for the force. And the Mets leave 2. And no score. And we go to the bottom of the first. It's going to be Peterson against So 1-4. So pop up to the first baseman. 1 away. And Ciarte now. 3-9. That's a fly ball to right. 2 out. Granderson there for that one. It's going to be a 3-10. That's a ball 4 to Freddie Freeman. Nick Markakis is up next. He's batting cleanup tonight. It's a 3-9. It's a fly ball lifted to right again. Granderson a few steps back makes the catch for the third out, and the Braves leave 1, and at the end of 1, it's no score. And top of the second is going to be Wilmer Flores. It's a 6-8 off of Teheran's card, a 6-8. It's going to be a line drive caught by the shortstop eye bar. Now I'm keeping track of 4 main players: Granderson, Cabrera, Cespedes, and Walker. Keeping track of their stats, and periodically I'll tally up how they're doing and show it, and we can compare it and contrast it. It's 2-7. De Aza with 1 out. De Aza 2-7. A line drive base hit to center field for De Aza, so he's on first. Travis d'Arnaud now at a 247 with 4 home runs. 4-9 off Teheran, 4-9, and that's a split die. That's hit hard into the alley, and that's going to roll to the wall. They're going to try to score De Aza with 1 out. They're going to hold him up. And it's going to be second and third now. d'Arnaud's in there with a double. It's going to be the pitcher. Now deGrom has his own hitting card. 1-8, and that's a ground ball to the third baseman, who looks at De Aza, keeps him there. Over to first, 2 away. We'll go to the top of the order. Granderson, here's the pitch to Granderson. It's going to be a 4-9. 4-9. It's going to be a split die, and that's Swung on and lifted to deep center field. Back goes Inciarte to the track, to the fence. He looks up, and that's gone. A 3-run home run for Curtis Granderson off of the pitcher card. It's a 4-9. So he gets 1, 2, 3 RBIs. And the Mets lead it 3-0. Here's the pitch to Cabrera. It's going to be a 3-7. It's a line drive base hit for Cabrera, one of the top hitters on the Mets. And it's Yoenis Cespedes. Here's the pitch from Tehran. It's going to be a 6-6 fly ball center field. And Inciarte hustles over for the third out. But the Mets leave 1 and score 3 here in the top of the second. We go to the bottom of the second now. It's going to be Garcia, Flowers, and Ibar for the Braves. You get 2-9. 2-9 is going to be a line drive base hit in the gap, and that's going to roll to the wall. And hustling around first is Garcia, and the throw is late. So Flowers now. 3-7, and that ball is swung on and missed. Strike 3. It's going to be Ibar, and then Bonifacio. 5-6. It's a ground ball shortstop X. A 2 on a 2 shortstop is a single, a ball that Cabrera just doesn't get to. But with 1 out, they're going to stop Garcia first and third now. And it's Emilio Bonifacio. Infield is back. 4-5. That's a strikeout. Two out now. And it's the pitcher, Tehran. We're not going to go chasing that. We got some more dice here. Runners on the corners, and it's Julio Tehran. Tehran has a batting card. It's a 3-9. It's off that card, and it's a strikeout. So the Braves leave 2, and at the end of 2, it's 3-0 Mets. Go to the top of the third now. It's going to be Walker. Walker, Loney, and Flores against Tehran. 5-10. It's a ground ball shortstop X. The shortstop is a 3. So it's a 14. And that's a ball that Ibar lets fly, and that goes about 3 feet over the Freddie Freeman's head. And that lands in the stand, so that's going to be a 2-base error for Ibar. He looks Walker back to second. And with 2 outs, here's Deaza. He's 1 for today, 1-8. And that's a ground ball, again, to Ibar. And over to first, then beats Deaza by a step. So after the error, it's 3 up and 3 down, and at the end of 2.5, 3-0 Mets. At the bottom of the third, we're going to see the top of the order. Here's the pitch from deGrom. It's going to be a 1-7. A 1-7 is a line drive caught by the second baseman, Walker, for the first out. Inciarte. 4-9. It's a line drive and caught by Walker again. So 2 Two balls hit right on the nose, but end up right at Walker. Here's the pitch. Say 1-2, and that's a walk for Freeman. So Freeman's on at first, and it's Markakis who's 0 for 1. Pitch from deGrom. 3-8. It's a strikeout. Third out, and the Braves lead 1. That's deGrom's 4th strikeout. We go to the top of the 4th. Travis d'Arnaud, the pitch. It's 3-8. That's a pop-up. And it looks like it's going to be Peterson calling for it. One away. deGrom now. Here's the pitch from Teheran. It's 1-6. It's a ground ball hit right at Ibar. Over to first, second out. deGrom gets down that line. We have 4-12, and that's going to be off Teheran. 4-12 is a walk. So a 2-out walk to Granderson. He's not a threat to steal. It's going to be Cabrera, who's 1 for 2, and that's a 3-6. A 3-6 is a double, and they're going to try to score Granderson, and he's going to score. The throw is not in time, and Cabrera's on with an RBI double. And it's going to be Yoenis Cespedes now. And that's going to be a 4-5. A 4-5 is a ground ball. Chopped to second baseman Peterson for the third out. But the Mets score 1 run on a walk and a double by Cabrera. And they lead at 4-0 going to the bottom of the 4th. It's going to be Garcia. Garcia, Flowers, and Ibar. It's going to be 2-7. 2-7 is a strikeout. 5th strikeout for deGrom. Flowers now 4-6. That's a walk off deGrom's card, so Flowers is on at first. And Ibar now 2-8. And that's a line drive base hit to center field. And Flowers is going to have to stop at second. He waited for the line drive to go through. And it's Bonifacio now. Julio Bonifacio. 3-11. That's ball 4. So the bases are loaded with 1 out. It's Julio Teheran against deGrom. This will be a 2-8. That's a strikeout. 2 away now. Bases are still loaded. Score is 4-0 Mets. But the Braves are threatening here in the bottom of the 4th. It's be a 5-11. That's going to be off deGrom's card. That's a ground ball. Comebacker right at deGrom. deGrom is a 2-fielder, so that's pretty good. We rolled an 11. Let's see what that ends up being. 2-11. And that's a ball that's bobbled by deGrom. He throws over to first and not in time. So that's going to allow Flowers to come in to score on the error. And Peterson's on at first with the bases loaded now. And it's going to be Ender Inciarte. So deGrom mishandled a ground ball. And it allows Inciarte to bat here with the bases loaded with 2 out in the bottom of the 4. The score is now 4-1. It's a 5-7. A 5-7. It's a line drive base hit off deGrom's card. And they're going to try to score Bonifacio from second. And Bonifacio is out. So Ibar scores making it 4-2, but Bonifacio is thrown out at home. A beautiful relay. And Ciarte picks up an RBI and a single. But that's it for the bottom of the 4th, and it's 4-2 now. Mets. It's been Neil Walker, Loney, and Flores against Julio Teheran. It's a 1-7. A 1-7 is a line drive base hit for Neil Walker. That's going to be a 6-9. That's going to be off Tehran, a 6-9. And that ball is scorched into the gap for at least a double. And Loney doesn't really have the wheels. Makes it to second, standing up. And it's second and third now with nobody out. So that's going to be it for Tehran. And it looks like it's going to be Vizcaíno. Arad is Vizcaíno. Vizcaíno was 1-4 with a 4.42 ERA. Runners on second and third. And it's going to be Flores. Here's the pitch to Flores. It's going to be a 6-9, a 6-9. It's going to be a split die line drive base hit. And scoring easily is Walker. Around third is Loney. And Loney scores. So 2 big RBIs for Flores. And here in the top of the fifth now, it's going to be 6-2 Mets. It's going to be De Aza. It's a 4-5. A 4-5 is a strikeout for the first out of the inning. Darno. Running on first. It's a 6-4. It's a ground ball to the shortstop. 3. We rolled a 2. And that's a single. And around second, going to third is going to be Flores. Runners on the corners with only 1 out. And it's going to be deGrom. There's the pitch to deGrom. It's going to be a 2-9. It's a fly ball to right field. And that's going to allow runner on third scores. So Flores scores on the sacrifice fly. 2 outs, and it's going to be Granderson now. Here's a pitch from Vizcaíno. It's 2-5, and that ball is lifted to over the head of the center fielder, and Ciarte, he's going to go after it. And scoring is going to be Darno. And into third, here's the throw. Goes Granderson, he slides in under the tag with a triple, an RBI triple for Granderson. That's his second hit of the game. He's got a home run and a triple now. He's 2 for 3. We're going to bring in a new pitcher for the Braves. It's going to be Johnson. Jim Johnson's coming in to see if he can put out the fire. Something that Aradis Vizcaíno hasn't been able to do. So it's Cabrera who's 2 for 3. And he's going to face Jim Johnson. Here's the pitch to Cabrera, 2-9. It's a fly ball lifted to center, and Ciarte squeezes it for the third out. But the Mets score 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And lead it 9-2 here in the bottom of the fifth. trying to track. We scored 5 runs, but I only have 4 RBIs. So I'm trying to see. It was a single and then a double was second and third, and then was a single 2-run score there. Then Flores was on at first, and then he went to third on a single by Darno. Was first and third. Then the sacrifice. Oh, I'm sorry. We scored 4 runs. 4 runs. And it is 8-2 going to the bottom of the 5th. It's going to be Freddie Freeman against Jacob deGrom. Freeman, Markakis, and Garcia. Say 3-6. Say ball 4. So Freeman's on with his 3rd walk. Markakis 3-6, and that's ball 4. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 walks for Jacob deGrom. There's action in the Met bullpen, first and second now. It's 1-5. It's a ground ball, hard hit right at Cabrera, who takes it himself to the first for a 6-6-3 double play. 2 out now, and Freeman goes over to third. It's going to be Tyler Flowers, hero of last night's game when he had a 2-run homer in the bottom of the 9th and pushed the game into extra innings, and it lasted until the bottom of the 17th when Markakis doubled home Frank Gore for the Braves win. All right, so that's going to be Tyler Flowers. It'll be 5-11. 5-11 is a ground ball back to the pitcher. It's a 13. Our pitcher is a 2. So a 13 on a 2 is a ball that Jacob deGrom picks up and throws over the head of the first baseman, Loney. And that's going to allow Freeman to score on the error. It's going to be a 2-base error on the pitcher. And Flowers goes to second. Ibar 112. That ball is lined and caught by Walker for the 3rd out, but the Braves pick up 1 on no hits, 2 walks, and an error by the Mets. And after 5 innings, it's 8-3. We go to the top of the 6th inning, and it's going to be Cespedes Walker and Loney. Here's the pitch from Johnson. It's 2-9. 2-9 is a strikeout. Again, that's the only number on his 2 column that's an out, except for the very top numbers 2 and 3. So that's a strikeout now for Johnson, his first strikeout. Here's Walker. Say 3-9, that's ball 4. Loney. Say 5-7. 5-7, that's going to be lined for a base hit. And hustling to third is going to be Walker. Loney is on at first. That's his 2nd hit. He's 2 for 4. And Flores is up now. He's 1 for 3. He's singled. He hit a 2-run single in the 4th inning. It's going to be 4-5. 4-5 is a hard hit ground ball right to shortstop. Let's see, we rolled a 6. Shortstop is a 3. So that's a ground ball. We're gonna play infield's in on that. And it's a 1, so we're gonna go by that. So let me see. X ground balls found on fielding chart X. Runner on third holes. Okay. I'm getting that now. So it's a 6-3. And the runner on third holes. That's the second out now. And it's going to be Diaza with runners on first and third. I'm sorry. With runners on second and third. Moving over to second is Loney. That ball was in the hole, and Ibar made a nice throw to first. Okay, with second and third is going to be Diaza. Here's the pitch to Diaza. It's going to be a 5-9 off Johnson's card. That's a strikeout. For the third out, the Mets leave 2. And at the end of 5.5, it's 8-3 Mets. It's going to be Bonifacio, a pinch hitter, and top of the order. The pitch from deGrom, it's a 1-7, and that's lined and caught by the second baseman, Walker. 1 away. A pinch hitter for Johnson. It's going to be Chase Darno. We can track him down. He's going to pinch hit. He's the brother of Travis Darno on the Mets, the catcher. It's nice that they can have brothers, 2 and 3 brothers sometimes in the major leagues. I don't know if it's the trainings or it's the genetics. So it's going to be Chase Darno. Here's the pitch from deGrom with 1 out. It's going to be a 6-12, and that's going to be a fly ball center field. Hustling over is Cespedes. Makes a nice running catch for the second out. And now we're going to get the top of the order. It's going to be Peterson. 5-11, and that's a ground ball back to deGrom, 14. See if he can handle this one. He's a 2, and he does. Gets it over to first for the third out. So it's 3 up, 3 down here in the bottom of the 6th inning, and it's 8-3 Mets. We go to the top of the 7th. The pitcher for the Braves is going to be Withrow. Let's see if we can track him down. Chris Withrow. Withrow was 3-0 with a 3.58 ERA and 38 innings pitched. Here's the pitch to Travis Darno. It's going to be 6-6. That's a fly ball lifted to right. Markakis is there for the out. deGrom now. We have 4-10. 4-10 is a fly ball field X. Enciarte is a 1. So very hard to get one to fall in on him. And that's a nice running catch by Enciarte. 2 out. And now it's going to be Curtis Granderson, who's 2 for 3, a home run and a triple. Here's the pitch from Withrow. It's a 5-6. A 5-6 is a pop-up to the left side. Shortstop Ibar makes the catch. 3 up, 3 down. And at the end of 6.5, it's 8-3 Mets. In the bottom of the inning, we're going to have Enciarte, Freeman, and Markakis. There's action in the Mets bullpen. It's going to be 2-9. 2-9 is a ground ball hit right at the first baseman, Loney. He takes it himself, 1 away. Now Freddie Freeman is 0 for 0 because he's walked 3 consecutive times. It's be 1-6, 1-6. It's going to be a split die, and that's going to be hit into the gap, and that's going to be cut off. But around first goes Freeman. Here's the throw to second. He's safe under the tag. So he's on with a double. And here's Nick Markakis. It's going to be a 6-8. And that's a line drive base hit to center. That's going to score Freeman. Makes it an 8-4 game. RBI single for Markakis. We Adonis 3-8. And that's a line drive base hit to center field. Stopping at second is Markakis, and that'll be all for deGrom. And that's going to be Flowers coming up. Flowers is I believe he's a righty. He is. So we're going to see, we're going to bypass Blevins, who actually came in at this point in the game, or was the first relief pitcher to come in, and we're going to bring in Addison Reed, since it's the bottom of the 7th. See if Addison Reed can get us a couple of outs. Addison Reed for Jacob deGrom. deGrom is out now. Now Addison Reed, let's look at his stats. He was 4-2 with a 1.97 ERA in 78 innings pitched. And it's going to be Tyler Flowers with runners on first and second. It's going to be a 3-9. All Flowers guarding 3-9. Speed laced into right center field, and that's going to be at least a double. That's going to score Markakis, makes it an 8-5 ball game, and stopping at third is going to be Garcia. So it's an RBI for Flowers. Runners on second and third. It's going to be a 6-4, 6-4. It's a fly ball center field X. Center fielder is a 3, so it is. We roll an 11, and that's going to be a double. It falls in there, and it's a bloop double that Cespedes looked like he was going to get to and just stopped at the last minute, and that's going to score 2 more runs. And the score now is 1, 2, 3, 4. It's 8-7 now, and Ibar's on at second with the tying run, and only 1 out. So Addison Reed hasn't done his job so far. Hasn't gotten an out. He's given up 2 back-to-back doubles. And it's going to be Bonifacio, Emilio Bonifacio, the left fielder. Here's the pitch from Reed. 5-12, and that's a ground ball back to the pitcher. That's B, so that says if no runners are forced, runners hold. So that's a second out now. And it's going to be a pinch hitter for the pitcher. It's going to be Francoeur. Francoeur's coming in to pinch hit. Here's the pitch. Francoeur's actually a lefty, so we're going to bring in Blevins. Oh, no, he's a leave Reed in there. It's going to be a 2-10. 2-10 is going to be a fly ball center field. And measuring it is Cespedes for the third out. But the damage has been done here, so the Braves score 1, 2, 3, 4 on 4, 5 on 5 hits. And going to the top of the 8th, it's 8-7 now. It's going to be a new pitcher for Atlanta. Alvarez is going to come in. Dario Alvarez. And he's going to face Cabrera. Here's a pitch to Cabrera. It's going to be a 2-6. A 2-6 is a walk. So Cabrera's on at first. And Cespedes. Cespedes is 1 for 4. Here's the pitch to Cespedes. It's going to be a 5-9. A 5-9 is a ground ball to the second baseman, Peterson. Goes it over to first, and Cabrera goes to second. 1 away now. Neil Walker. Say 4-8. A 4-8 is a ground ball to the second baseman, X. Second baseman is Peterson, a 3. And we rolled an 18. That may be roll again. And it is 7. And that's going to be an out. And to set, that's going to allow Cabrera to go to third. So 2 outs now. It's going to be James Loney. Loney is 2 for 4. It's a pitch. It's 4-9. A 4-9 is a walk. So runners on the corners now. And it's going to be Wilmer Flores. It's a 3-7. It's a fly ball lifted to left field. Left fielder Bonifacio makes it there for the 3rd out. But the Mets leave 2, and it's 8-7 after 7.5. In the bottom of the 8th. Oh, wait a second. 5, 6, 7. The bottom of the 8th is going to be the top of the order for the Braves. And it's Reed still in there. Chase Peterson at 5-8. 5-8 is a ground ball shortstop. X. We rolled an 8. And he's a 2. And that's a ball that Asdrubal gets to and throws out Peterson. 1 away. Enciarte, who's 1 for 4. And that's a 2-6. And that's ball 4. So the tying run is on first base now. It's 8-7 the score here in the bottom of the 8th inning. So Freddie Freeman, who's 1 for 1, he's walked 3 times, has been on base all 4 times, hit a double. It's 3-11. 3-11. It's a fly ball lifted to right, and back goes the right fielder De Aza to the track and makes a nice running catch for the 2nd out. Markakis now. And it's a 4-9. That's off Reed's card, and that's a swing and a miss, strike 3. So we go to the top of the 9th, 8-7 Mets. Alvarez is still in there for the Braves. And he's going to face De Aza, d'Arnaud, and the pitcher spot. It's going to be a 5-5. That's going to be a fly ball to right. Right fielder Markakis is there. 1 away. Travis d'Arnaud. The pitch is a 2-5. A 2-5 is a swing and a miss, strike 3. 2 outs. And now it's going to be the pitcher's spot. And Familia is going to be coming in, so they're going to bring in a pinch hitter. And it's going to be Johnson. Kelly Johnson is going to pinch hit. Here's the pitch from Alvarez. It's going to be a 1-8. A 1-8 is a ground ball chopped to the first baseman. And Freeman flips to the pitcher covering for the third out. So we go to the bottom of the ninth inning now. And it's 8-7. 8-7 Mets. It's going to be Juris Familia pitching. He is the big closer for the Mets, the closer extraordinaire with a 3-4 record, 2.55 ERA, but 51 saves. Juris Familia. And here's the pitch to Donis Garcia. 6-3. 6-3 is going to be a line drive base hit for Garcia. So now the tying run is on base. Tyler Flowers. So 5-10. A 5-10 is the catcher's card X. The catcher is a 3. We roll the 17. It's going to be a wild pitch. And that's going to allow Garcia to reach scoring position at second base. And Darno is going to go up and talk to Familia to calm him down. And it's going to be Flowers now. Flowers has been a thorn in the Mets' side, especially with the 2-run homer in the bottom of the ninth, sending yesterday's game to the 17th inning. And Braves won that one. So this is a walk-off opportunity here for Flowers. The Mets are definitely going to pitch to him. So here's the pitch by Familia. It's a 6-4, and it's swung on and lifted to center field. Center fielder Cespedes a few steps over to his left, makes the catch, one away, and it's going to be Ibar. Ibar is 3 for 4 on the day, so he's wielding a hot bat. Here's the pitch to Ibar, and it's swung on and missed. So that's a strikeout for Familia. 2 away now, so the Mets are 1 out away from winning, holding on to win this game 8-7. See what happens. It's going to be Bonifacio, Emilio Bonifacio. Here's the pitch to Bonifacio. It's going to be a 4-7. A 4-7 is a ground ball, second base X. The Walker is a 3. We rolled a 6. And that's a ball that Walker gets to and throws over to first and gets Bonifacio by a step. And that's the ball game. So Familia picks up a save. The win goes to deGrom. The Mets barely hold on. And this is game number 70. Let's see. It's Saturday night, June 25th, 2016. It's game number 73. And the Mets get their 40th win. They're 40 now, and 33 is their record. And that's all for tonight, folks. Probably won't be playing any games till tomorrow. It's 4 a.m. almost. So Combat Painter signing off from his Springtime Tabletop Baseball channel. And the Mets win it by a score of 8-7. They hold on barely. Familia comes in the end, makes it exciting, and he saves the game. deGrom wins it And that's all. Take care now.